Okay, Gitte. So you feel stuck in action, doing your things in work.
Yeah.
Is that?
Yeah.
Yeah. So then I ask you, when you think about this stuckness, you have planned a lot of things and you're not able to take action on them. How do you feel in your body, or how do you experience the stuckness?
I feel I have like a bad conscience because I think that I should be doing it. Mm-hmm. And in my body, I feel kind of heaviness in my body. I feel my body is quite heavy. Normally, I feel like I have more energy in my body, but right now it's actually quite heavy.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. Is it the whole body that is heavy, or is it any specific part of the body?
Due to that, I have an injury in my hip. I feel very much that leg is kind of holding me back because it feels quite heavy.
Yeah.
So it kind of starts down there and then it goes up to the rest of the body.
Okay. So I will start working. So this is just a starting point.
Yes.
And why I want to know how it feels in your body and where it feels is just to have a reference point. So I will be quiet for a little while, just a few seconds, and I'm going to yawn or breathe, have a deep breathing. And then I'm going to ask you again how it feels. And either the sensation gets stronger, which actually is a good sign because then it starts to move, and it could change in your body. So it could suddenly feel different in your body, or you have a different experience, or you see that, oh, it's not about this, it's about that. And that is when one layer has taken off, you just suddenly realize something else.
Yeah.
But of course, the what we're aiming for is to release as much as we can. Hopefully we're going to come down so you feel lighter, or lightness instead of heaviness. But we'll see. You cannot not always decide beforehand, but we'll start and see where it takes us. So now I ask you to think about the same thing, about the thing you should do, ought to do. And just notice if it feels the same or if the sensation has changed.
Almost the same.
Okay, you say almost the same. So there's a slight shift.
Yeah, I think so. Are you asking for how I feel in my body?
Yeah, how you experience what you just told me about.
Yeah, about this heaviness and feeling stuck. It is funny, I feel a little bit more light.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then it's funny because in my foot, my left foot is kind of something down there.
Okay, so it's like energy moving, or?
Yeah, compared to the other one.
Yeah. Is that in the leg that you have when it hip? Yeah.
Yeah.
So what have you done with your hip? Was it an accident or?
Broken. And I had a knee accident, and I also have an ankle accident some years ago. So the left leg is quite damaged.
Because if we look at the symbology of the body, where we do have problems in the body, the leg and the hip is about making decisions and taking action forward.
Yeah.
So I guess there has been situations in life where you have hesitated to move forward.
Yeah.
Yeah. So that is actually the issue. It's not actually the hip. It's just screaming because you didn't listen before.
Yeah, I can tell you that every 7th to 9th year, I have had an accident with my left leg since I was 13.
Oh.
A lot of different ones.
So this probably goes back generations back, some pattern you have inherited from someone in your lineage.
Okay.
Most probably. When you got it from when you're 13. Or if you believe in past lives, it could come from that, or karma. But something, this is usually how I see it when I see something that has been with you for almost your whole life. I call it the life theme.
Yeah.
So, and of course that has many layers to it. But when you release those layers, you will become more and more free. It will become easier for you to move forward. Okay, so just check in about the stuckness that you feel right now.
I get this feeling that why am I stuck? Why do I do it? Kind of thoughts coming up, because in a way I shouldn't feel stuck, because I know where I want to go. So, and something about something about not just doing it. So, yeah, the kind of more optimism around it, saying, okay,
does it feel easier to actually do?
Yeah.
Is there still something in the way for you that you have to move through?
Yeah, because I also know that I have, in order to do what I want, I need to, I'm also a little bit afraid of it.
Okay.
I'm also a little bit, can I actually do it? Yeah.
That's fantastic to realize, that it's actually fear behind it.
Yeah.
Yeah. So just notice the fear. See how do you experience the fear? Do you feel it in your body, or is it outside the body, or?
It's very much about here.
Okay, in your chest area.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And in my leg.
And in your neck. Okay.
Leg. In my leg.
Oh, in your leg. Yeah.
Yeah.
How's your foot?
There's still in the left one, there's still some
Tingling.
tickling, and which is not in as much as in the right one. So there's still something underneath it that kind
like
of, when it sleeps, kind of this. Yeah.
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 So it's like your leg has been asleep and now start to wake up and get circulation going.
Yeah.
So how's the fear in your chest?
It is actually quite funny, because when you just ask it, I say, oh, there's nothing now. But then I think, oh God, there must be something. It just can't be like that. Just because I know the fear is there. So
please don't let the fear go away. then I have to do things.
Then I have to do things. Yeah, that's actually because there's this fear. And now I don't know if it is fear or what it is. It's just kind of overwhelming all the things that I actually need to do if I want to go there where I want to go. Yeah. It can be quite exhausting just to think about it, to actually say, okay, I need to do that.
Yeah, if you try to do everything at once, it's exhausting and overwhelming, but not everything needs to be done at once.
No.
So when you look at it, can you see where to start? A good place to start and what can go next?
Yeah, I have things that where I say, okay, I need to do this one first in order to actually start to build on top of all that. But then this one is coming in telling me, oh, Gitte, but you don't have the energy right now to do anything. And then I just...
Okay. So when you think about that, you don't have the energy to do anything? How do you experience that?
Because during the last 2 or 3 months, I have been very, very low in energy due to my injury.
Yeah.
And because it has been going on since September, and there hasn't been any progress into it, I just kind of my, what do you call it, expectations, my beliefs on something is going to change. I've been trying so many different things and nothing has worked. So that's have been draining me from my normal energy to just getting kind of more reluctant, or not what to call it, kind of giving up.
Right. So do you feel the sense of that you actually have given up or are about to give up?
Yeah, sometimes, yeah.
Yeah. Can you connect to that right now?
Yeah, then I get very sad.
Yeah, just allow it to come out. Where do you feel the sadness?
It's in my stomach down here, and the tears, it is just this sense, in the upper part here, like kind of.
Yeah, and you just relax into whatever you feel, because this just is on its way out.
Yeah. But I do get sad if I think that I'm going to quit everything what I have been doing.
How's the sadness?
It is there.
Did you say it's still there?
Yeah, it's kind of lying below, just a sense of.
So it's less sadness, but it's still there.
Yeah, it's kind of an under layer.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, so how's the sadness now?
It's not as heavy as it was when I started to talk about it. But I don't know if it comes back if you start to talk about that, if I should be quitting my
so just think about it again and see what happens.
Yeah, because I've been thinking about, should I just quit my business and go out and look for a job? And that has made me quite sad.
Mm-hmm.
And when I talk about it now it's just like talking about it. Yeah.
There's no emotion connected to it.
No.
Great. So of course you're going to stay with your business because that's where your heart is.
Yeah.
But
I'm still afraid that due to this one, there's still some sadness. If I need to do it due to that, I can't do anything because I don't have the energy to go out and find customers, to do all the marketing, to do whatever it takes, because it takes, and now I can say I'm quite lucky we have the corona, because I get some money from the government, but that doesn't continue.
Right.
So yeah.
So what's the primary feeling when you think, when you don't know if you have the energy to do all the marketing and stuff?
Then I get sad.
Mm-hmm. So think about the same thing again. See how it feels now. Sadness.
Oh, it's more like neutral.
Awesome.
Yeah. Yeah.
So when you think about continuing with your business and you know all the work that is involved in that, what happens when you think about that?
I still have this fear of not being able to do what I want to do.
Okay, so connect with the fear. So think about the same thing again.
I don't know what you're doing.
I'm just doing some magic, that's all.
Yeah, because suddenly it turned into going from being negative to have this sense of being more positive about it. That I don't know why it changes like that, but it changed this perception in my head, like it's that I should actually be much more positive about it. I shouldn't fear it as much, and I feel just more positive about that. Yeah, I can do that. Like that's strange. Yeah.
Has your energy shifted in any way?
My overall energy.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, from I started sitting here, I felt quite heavy.
Mm-hmm.
I felt quite heavy in my bum and in my hip, and that left one. And right now, it doesn't feel like it is dragging me down. Like,
So you feel a bit lighter?
I feel a little bit lighter in my body. Yeah, I think so. Yeah.
And how's your foot?
It's still
still waking up.
it's still waking up. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Awesome. Are you ready to take action on whatever you need to do?
Yeah. I have this long list. I actually need to do something about it.
When you think about your long list, how do you feel?
I just thank God a long list I have.
Is it still overwhelming?
Not in more kind of with a smile on it.
Okay.
I can see that long list in front of me, which is very overwhelming because I can just see, oh, I need to do all these things because I've been postponing a lot of things.
Yeah.
And I just see this piling up.
Yeah.
And I can see it from a more humoristic point of view.
Okay.
Say, God.
So if you look at the list and say, well, this is the number one thing that is the most logical thing to start with.
Yeah.
How do you feel about get going with that?
I have 2 things which is on that list in the top. 2 things which I find a little bit boring to do. I've been postponing it for so long time and I need to have it done by Thursday. Actually by tomorrow morning, because then my graphic designer is going to do something with it until for Thursday. And I have this, I think, okay, I just need to get rid of that.
Okay, so just think about those things that are boring.
Yeah.
And just allow yourself to feel that it's boring.
Yeah, it's quite boring.
Yeah. Think about them again.
Mm-hmm.
Is there still as boring as before, or has it changed?
They're still boring.
As boring as before.
But not, maybe not as much, but they're still like,
still boring. Okay.
I need to do them.
Yeah. You know, my philosophy is that we don't need to struggle at all, because everything we feel is just information. It's not the truth. So you experience it as boring. But what if you didn't feel that it was boring? It should be a lot easier to do.
Yeah, certainly. Yeah.
So we're going to...
For sure.
Yeah. So let's see what we can do with that.
Yeah.
Okay. Think about them again.
Yeah, I can see some positive things in doing it. I can actually see that because it is a kind of an overview of a lot of exercises, a lot of things that I have been doing. And I know when I have it done, and I'm halfway, I did half of it, and now I just need the second half of it. It actually feels very good to have this nice overview. So that's the way I need to think about that. I also gain something with it. That I gain something out of doing it, instead of just saying, God, I need to do this for my customer. Because that was how I was thinking.
Yeah.
But I just realized that what I'm getting out of it is a kind of satisfaction that I get the overview, and I'm getting this getting this thing done, which have been lying there for the last 2.5 months, just waiting for me to actually finalize it. So that could actually also be a nice feeling.
Yeah. Does it still feel boring?
Yeah, boring might not be be the right answer to it. Maybe not boring, but not just where I have most interest. But
that's fine, because I sense that you're getting more towards a neutral feeling.
Yeah. And for me, that would be nice. So that's easy just to do it instead of sitting there saying,
having a neutral feeling is really perfect, because then it's like to have a canvas starting. You haven't done anything, haven't painted anything on your canvas yet. So anything is possible from the neutral place, and you don't have any resistance. And that's what I mean. We don't need to struggle ever. Because the only reason we struggle is because we have a lot of emotions that kicks in, coming from our subconscious, from patterns behind us, from our past. And if we start with releasing them, and we get the feelings out of the way, and we start to become neutral, or even have a positive idea about it, we don't ever struggle. Yeah.
Nice.
Great. So how do you feel now, looking at your list?
I feel kind of that I should just take it from the top and start. I don't feel like, I feel okay.
Awesome.
Yeah, I actually feel okay.
Great.
Yeah.
You're not stuck anymore.
Not right now. I hope I'm not stuck tomorrow, but right now.
Tomorrow is tomorrow. Right now, that's the only thing we can talk about.
Yeah. So right now, I don't see it like I would never ever get into it again or something. I feel
most probably it's going to come back, of course, because that's life. But that's it's just because there are other layers that come up to the surface. So, I mean, when I'm working like this, I can reach as much as I can, as much as your subconscious allows me or allows you to let go of. Because if we would do too much, you wouldn't even recognize yourself.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
I had this experience once with this lady. She came to me and she had anxiety. And she said, I wake up every morning and there it comes. And she just wanted to get rid of the anxiety. And we worked for a few times. And then she called me and she said, you know what? My anxiety is gone. And I said, well, that's great. And she said, well, where is it?
Yeah.
When is it coming back? So she started to look for it because she felt lost without it. She couldn't, enjoy being without it.
It was a part of her identity.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So when the shift is too big, we have a tendency to call it back because we miss something that we used to have. Yeah. So that's why it's good to make gradual shifts. And still, I think we made a lot of progress during this, whatever it was, 20 minutes or so.
Yeah.
What do you feel? You've been stuck for...
Right now, I feel good.
Yeah.
So and surprised.
So enjoy feeling good.
Yeah.
Just that. Because it's also what you're focusing on, you will get more of. So if you can enjoy and really, how we sometimes go into thinking about bad things over and over and over again. Yeah. We can do the same thing when we feel good and think about that over and over again, because then you will actually get more energized because it takes a lot of energy to think negative thoughts.
Yeah.
So it drains you. But now, when you feel good, just enjoy it.
Yeah.
And that will make you more productive.
Yeah.
Yeah. Awesome.
Awesome.